Well, we're on the call today with Ray Clark, CPA and MBA of Clark & Clark Accounting in Salt Lake City. And today we're going to talk with Ray about the different types of customers and clients that he has. Ray has a concentration of many clients. Well, one of those in particular are landscapers. Ray's going to talk about, from an accountant and a CPA standpoint, how landscapers are kind of unique when it comes to their accounting and bookkeeping and CPA work. Ray, welcome to the call.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Can you talk a little bit about the landscapers you have as clients, and I guess how they are from a business standpoint? We know that landscaping is a seasonal business, isn't it?
Yes, it's a real seasonal business, but to some of them, it's a double season business. And seasonal meaning in the springtime, they go to work and they start doing the landscaping for their regular clients and so on, and then they get new clients and so on. For builders and so on, they do quite a bit of work also. And they actually have to keep track of their costs when they do these things, and that's their really biggest time of year. And some of these companies are doing lawns, some of them are doing maintenance, some are building rock walls, some are building fountains and so on. So it's really critical for these companies to keep track of their costs as they do these things.
Do they use a particular strategy, or do you help coach them on how to do that?
They actually have their own strategies, and some of them are very good at bidding their jobs beforehand. One that I know of will actually get down with the customer, and before they do the work, he'll actually have every single thing laid out and know what the cost of every detail is before they sign the contract to go to work. And he is the one who actually is the most efficient and makes the most money because he knows exactly what's going on. And he's also able to update his contract as he sees things change along the way, too, and he goes directly to the customer.
Great. And from an employee cost standpoint, is there a particular thing that you help them do in terms of tracking that?
Yeah, when it comes to employee costs, it's very essential that they keep track of which job they're working on so that they can cost out the particular job. A lot of them will have employees going from place to place and so on and not keep track of who they're working for. And it turns into a mess in the way that they don't know how to charge each job out. One of them that I know also uses an employment service where he doesn't have to really worry about how he pays his employees. They pay them for him, and he doesn't have to worry about the payroll taxes and those types of things also. He chooses his employees, and then he hires them, and then he turns them over to the employment company. And then what he does is he tracks who they work for and what job they're doing, and he loads that into the computer so that he can bill them correctly.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, I know from an off-season standpoint, when the sun goes down and it starts to snow out there, I would imagine they have alternate type of work that they do to keep them busy.
Yes, and what most of them do is they will get their snow plows out and hook them up to the front of their trucks and go out and do snow plowing. Last year was a pretty poor season here in Utah. We got very, very little snow. They probably would have made a killing back east where all the snow fell. One of them I know of almost makes as much money doing his snow plowing as he does in the off season. During the regular season in the summertime. And this has turned out to be very well for him. Another one I know refuses to do the winter time because he thinks it breaks up his equipment, and he's had snow plows on his trucks and so on, and when they go to hit curbing or things that you can't see underneath the snow, it breaks his truck, and so he really doesn't want to do that type of work. But I also find that some of the landscapers out there will also put up Christmas lights for people. And one in particular that I know of has made quite a bit of money doing that during the off season. It's turned out to be a very good thing for him. And that part of his business is growing quite well.
Wow, Ray, that's a lot of good information. I would imagine that it sounds like you've got a ton of experience with this from an accounting standpoint. Is there anything else in particular that a landscaper might want to look to in terms of hiring an accountant to help them keep track of all this and make sure that they're profitable?
Yeah, I think one thing that I know that is beneficial to them is if they could keep on top of their books during their busy season. And we do that here for several landscaping companies. And what we do is their accounting on a monthly basis so that they can keep track of what their costs are as they're going into things. We don't do the management accounting for them. They have to keep track of their own job costs and so on, but we can do the overall accounting, which is required to do the taxes at the end of the year and that type of work.
Great. Ray, thanks a lot. And if somebody wants to get a hold of you, maybe to talk about their landscaping business and how you can help them, what's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
The best way is on our phone, call in, and it's area code 801-521-4538. And the other way is to email us at staff@clarkaccountingcpa.com.
Great. Ray, thank you very much. This has been great information, and we appreciate you taking the time to talk with us today.
Thank you.